so let's stop for a minute and we're going to talk about some strategies. The first thing is, it is so important that you are practicing your subtraction facts at home. I noticed that Titus is very quick to answer with correct answers. That means he's very fluent because he's been practicing. When he sees a subtraction problem, he doesn't have to hold the bigger number in his head and count back. Because he's worked with these numbers so often, he can do it quickly. That is your goal.
4, 1, 2, 6, 8.
Great job, Taeyeon.
3. What? 4. 9. 0. 1. 6. 4.
Stop and think. Some of you guys are so fluent with your addition facts that you're able to look at 3 and 1 and say 4. What are we doing right now, Taeyeon? Are we adding or are we subtracting? Right. Okay, so 3 minus 1 equals 2. Great. We're going to pause right here. I want you guys to think about what we do when we are subtracting 2-digit numbers. I'm going to write a problem on the board. Your hands need to stay in your lap, and you are thinking about the steps that we take to subtract 2-digit problems. Okay, just make sure that you're all the way down on your pockets, please. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to read our subtraction problem. Who can read my subtraction problem? Strong, silent, and Chance, go for it.
27 minus 6.
Great job. Let's say great job, Chance.
Great job.
This was tricky for us yesterday. Okay, who can tell me the very first thing that we do when we are subtracting 2-digit numbers? Cedric, what do we do?
We add the 1.
What do we do with subtraction, Cedric? Do we add or do we subtract? We subtract. So what is rule number 1, everybody? Subtract the ones. Very good. Who can tell me which 2 numbers are in our ones place? Strong, silent hand. Here we go. 7 and 5. Very good. So I'm going to label this as our ones column. And what do we need to do? We need to subtract our ones, but what do we need to do with these numbers? Who can walk me through this? Bethany. We need to regroup. Trinity, what do you think?
You need to subtract 5 and 7.
Okay, so that's where we're going to start, Bethany. We're going to start first because we haven't even done our first step, okay? So guys, I want you to think right now. 7 minus 5 equals?
2.
Very good. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Oh, where do I put my 2, Maya?
Put it
Put sparkle on her. Do not raise your hand. Sparkle on Maya. It's hard to articulate this and say it sometimes. So using place value, where do we put the 2? In the ones column under the equal sign or in the tens column under the equal sign? Under the ones column. Do you agree, Jesse? Do you agree? So where do we put the 2? Under the ones column under the equal sign or under the tens column under the equal signs? Very good. Okay, so we put the 2 here. Okay, so rule number 1 was subtract the ones. Do we need to regroup anything right now? No, we don't. We only have ones in the ones column. We don't need to regroup anything. We're good to go. Everything worked out. What is step number 2? Everybody? Oh, Jeremiah, I heard you say add the tens. Are we adding right here? No, what are we doing, Jeremiah? So what is our rule number 2, Jeremiah? Subtract the tens. All right, so what numbers are we working with here? Ayana.
Our number we working with is 2 and 1.
Okay, so what is the subtraction problem that we are going to solve? Chance.
2 minus 0.
And what is 2 minus 1?
1.
Very good. And where do I put my 1, Sanaya? Okay, and do I put it above this line or below this equal sign? we're going to work on being really, really clear with what we're saying. So we're going to put the line here. So everybody, 27 minus 15 equals
12.
Very